stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah. It's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today is a day that I know we've been waiting for all week, where you will find out who's playing in the Super Bowl today. We have two of the championship games today. Obviously, Kansas City, Baltimore, Detroit, and San Francisco. We have two games in the NHL, LA, St. Louis, Columbus, and Seattle, and 5 games in the NBA. So we've got 9 games to go over for today. It's a light card, which I'm totally cool with because we'll be paying a lot of attention towards those football games today. I've moved on both football games. I've not moved on any hockey games yet. I've not moved on any basketball games yet. It's just the 2 championship games I've moved on so far. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. One went right, one went wrong in the world of sports betting. College basketball carried the day to a positive day yesterday because I sure as hell can't have a winning day in hockey right now. It just doesn't exist at the moment. But let's get into. Let me get up the bet stamp from yesterday so I can take a look here. In the NHL went 3-4, down 1.28 units. Started off well. Boston -1 plus 102 was a winner. Washington was down 4-2, tied it up, forced overtime, and lost in overtime. Plus 200 was a loser there. Nice. Very frustrating. San Jose was up 2-0 to start the game, and they proceeded to do absolutely nothing afterwards. The plus 160 was a loser.
Go Sabres.
Tampa -1 takes care of business. The Rangers put up a touchdown on Ottawa last night, 7-2 win. People may have thought that line was fishy. I say it wasn't. There was reasons behind why that line was the way it was. So
I said yesterday, Ranger puck line.
There you go. Arizona plus 210. It was 1-1 with 35 seconds left in the game when Carolina scored. So, I mean, that was very live. The Coyotes were very live. I know people will look back and see, oh, it was 3-1. Yeah, no. It was a goal with late and then an empty net goal. So that was a really close competitive game. I'm okay with the plus 210 shot I took on it. So, and then Winnipeg -130 was a loser. They lose 3-2. What was the game? It was 4-2. They lose 4-2 to Tampa or to Toronto. There. Let's take a look at what college was yesterday. I didn't bet the NBA. College was up 2 units yesterday, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 5 in college basketball yesterday. Started off poorly. We lost Providence -11. They won by 8. We lost Navy -7.5. They lost outright. But Evansville +2, Evansville plus 115, winner. Toledo -5.5. They win by 16, winner. Maine -5.5. They lose outright. Ball State -5.5. They win by 10. Talk about an easy winner here. Stenson +3, plus the 115 on the money line. They win by 21 against Lipscomb. The Miners +5 cover. The money line comes up short. We get hooked on Tennessee. They win by 13. That wasn't very fun. DePaul, we get the hook in our direction. They lose by 23. I had the 23 and a hook. And then an outright winner last night. Nice little big winner at the night there. +7.5 with San Diego, the Reyes. And, of course, plus 255 winner as well. So that was a nice little end to the night there. That pushed me into the positives there. Overall, yesterday, finished 13-9, up 0.77 units. So positive day yesterday, and hoping today's a positive day as well.
Yeah, you were positive in college basketball because I had a bunch of extra plays that I liked that just did not work out. You mentioned New Hampshire being a loser, Providence not getting there, Navy not getting there. I'm going to call it the bad beat of the day. Iowa State minus 4.5. Late three-pointer at the end for Kansas turns it from a 7-point game to a 4-point game. A meaningless three-pointer, and I lose the bet. That one got me frustrated. Evansville winner, Toledo winner, Maine loser, Ball State winner, Stetson winner. Murray State, what the hell? Murray State was up 20 at one point, and they lose that game outright. Very, very frustrating. Mississippi State, that was a system play. System plays went good yesterday. They were nice to me yesterday, so I was happy with that. So we rock and roll with that. Although Boise State did not get there, I had the minus 2.5. They lose in overtime. I'll call the game of the day, Nick. The game of the day in college basketball yesterday was TCU and Baylor. Did you see anything with that game?
No.
105-102 TCU in triple overtime. Knocks off Baylor on the road. And when one game went good in overtime, well, another one went bad because Milwaukee went to double overtime versus Oakland in the Horizon, and that was a loser. UTSA didn't get there. Bellarmine was a winner. Winthrop was not. Riverside was not. Michigan was not. I'll talk about that game in a minute because that was the only non-college basketball game we bet yesterday. Oregon, I should have listened to you, Nick. That one was a system play because Oregon was a plus 3.5, but Arizona off a loss was probably not the right spot to fade them. UTEP was a winner. Arkansas plus 6.5. I got the hook there. Tennessee minus 13.5 got hooked. Richmond plus 3 was a nice winner versus Dayton, outright winner by 5. DePaul we had plus 24. I had Rice minus 3, which was a loser. San Diego was a winner. Gonzaga was a loser. Ended up finishing down 4.44 units. One game that I'll mention, and you probably should know where I'm going to go with this. I want to hear 0 arguments for Joel Embiid being the MVP this year. None. 0. The one time, so he's done this the past, now this is 2020. I don't think 2020 that was really a thing. 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. Joel Embiid has not played in Denver since 2019. You can't have an argument for an MVP versus MVP if one of them chooses to play at home and then not play against them on the road. I don't want to hear it. Jokic is the MVP. Embiid sits out the game. He ducks good teams, including playing in Denver. Denver, I had a minus 5.5. They covered. So I'm happy with that. But I want to hear 0 arguments for Embiid being the MVP. He is a clown, and that is it. Figure I'd put that one out there. Will Zach from Purdue get you 20 points? I hope so, because I have Purdue today. Decent day yesterday. Let's keep cashing. Let's do it, Fernando. That was a good game. The Baylor game, yeah. Tell it that was weird. Dude, 5 minutes before the game. 5 minutes before the game. Come on. Good morning, studs. Looking sharp today. Let's make it a winning. Let's make it a winner. Let's do it. And by the way, real deal. I gotta play this for me and you. There we go. Sorry, I had to play it for you. There you go.
Well, yeah, because their wins are so far.
NFL is the talk of the day. Yes, it is. Smoo minus the 5.5. Hey, the American Conference. I like betting the American. Oh, where did he go, Nick? That was weird. You just disappeared. Against the Shockers, I kind of leaned Wichita State, but I didn't do it. Yes, Sabres. Yeah, let's go Sabres. Let's get it. All right, Nick. You got a short hockey card. Let's see if you can turn some luck around your way. I have a lean in this game. I want to know what you're thinking.
Yeah, we have the LA Kings and the St. Louis Blues here in this one. Let's get up the line history. Let's get up my projections, all of that fun stuff here. For this one, we had the Kings as minus 165 favorites with a total of 6 in this game. Obviously, the Kings can't get out of their own way right now. But the line opened up at a 145, and it's up to a 160. So we've had a decent move towards the Kings in this spot, and I don't understand why. But line opened up at a 6. It's actually up to a 6.5 in some spots now. So we've had this line move up half a goal as well as a decent move towards the Kings here in this spot. Let's take a look if the cash flow represents that here. Only 3,000 tickets in, but 94% of the tickets, 97% of the cash is on the Kings for whatever reason. And if you've seen the show before, I'm assuming you're going to know where I'm kind of looking in this game. And when do we like to back the St. Louis Blues?
At home as a dog.
At home as an underdog. Today they are at home as an underdog. I'm very interested in the plus 140 here with the St. Louis Blues in this spot. My projections have them around a 130. Now, granted, there's not much value on today's slate when it comes to anything. I think the Blues grade out probably the best out of the two games because I'm not really interested in, and we'll get into that next time, I'm not really interested in the Blue Jackets at that big plus price tag, especially off the overtime loss last night with that blown lead. But I think my only play today might be the St. Louis Blues because I'm going to move on the Blues here. Let's see. One book's giving me plus 140. Let's see what the other one gives me for this game. I can get plus 140 on both of them. So I'm going to go place it here. St. Louis Blues plus 140.
Yeah, that's the way I was kind of leaning in this game. I'm not going to touch the NHL until after the All-Star break, unless there's a game that I really, really like. I didn't feel like I needed to go after the card today. Today's kind of be a focus on the NFL games because I only got one game in the NBA that I actually like today. So that's going to be a little bit of a quicker run through as well. I think today's a football day. But I do kind of lean towards the Blues in this one now.
Yep. And I'll probably put that up as the one play for hockey today.
Okay. Sounds good. Under. See an under in that game. And let's cash, Twins. Let's do it. How about your second game, Nick?
Yeah. Seattle Kraken minus 260 favorites. Total of 6.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line history here, where we have this line open up at a 210, it's up to a 240 in this matchup. Line open up at a 6, it's down to a 6.5, it's down to a 6. So we've had a move towards the under, and we've had a move towards the Kraken. 54% of the tickets are on the Kraken money line, 50-50 split on the puck line, big line movement. Only 2,200 tickets though. No cash flow, no tickets on the total in this game. It has gone down half a goal in some spots. And I agree with the line moving down. I had this game projected around the 5.68 goals when I ran my numbers on this game here. And I mean, there's value on the Blue Jackets in this game if you're looking for an edge. That being said, I have no interest in the Blue Jackets on a second half of a back-to-back. After playing an overtime game last night in Vancouver, traveling across the border, no, I'm good. There's better games to bet today than trying to take the Jackets at plus 210. So now, do I think you can probably bet both underdogs and be profitable today? Yeah. Do I think it's because of the St. Louis Blues? Yeah. So no play for me in this game. I'm only going to be on the Blues in hockey today.
I pass as well. Lexicon coming in saying, salute, ESP. Welcome, welcome. What players' jerseys are those? St. Brown. St. Brown of the Detroit Lions. Who is it?
Weddle.
I'm going to change that to under 5. You think it's going to go way under in that Blues game. I'll go Binnington. All right, Nick. You know what? We're going to save those for last. And do you care about the NBA today?
Yes, I need to still finish punching in the numbers for it, but yes.
And you didn't even type up the one game that I like.
Did I miss one?
Yeah, Suns at Orlando.
I did not type that one.
No, you did not. All right, I was I was gonna pull up the one NBA game and then jump into football last, but we'll jump into football next then.
Yeah. We'll head into the NFL, where we have the AFC Championship game, the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Ravens up to a 4 now. We're starting to see some 4.5s pop up. Obviously, if you want the best line, shop around. I'm seeing 3.5 on Caesars, seeing a 4.5 on Bet Online. Whoever you like, you can get a 3.5 with the Ravens, and you can get a 4.5 with the Chiefs. So shop around. This line opened up on Bet Online at a 3, and it's all the way up to a 4.5 now. It went from a 3, and then about a day later it was a 3.5. The 3.5s became solidified 3.5s with Baltimore. It went up to a 4. It was a 4 for a few days, and this morning it finally cracked a 4.5 on Bet Online, where we see it now. This line opened up at a 48. Within about 10 minutes of the line opening, it went from 48 down to a 45. Since then, it's gone from a 45 down to a 44. So we've seen a decent line movement towards this under in this game, and we've seen a decent line movement towards the Ravens in this game as well. 33% of the tickets and 62% of the cash is on the under in this game. 414,902 tickets in. So we have plenty sample size for both these games. 55% of the tickets and 65% of the cash is on the Ravens, and the line is moving towards Baltimore. And we have 71% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on the money line for Baltimore, but I'm assuming those are parlays. For that, my projected number in this game was Ravens minus 6.5. I think we're getting a great number on the Baltimore Ravens here in this spot. And I think one big reason why is the narrative behind Patrick Mahomes' record as an underdog. Because everybody knows how great Mahomes is as a betting underdog, and they're betting Mahomes this week. Which I mean, it's tough to bet against Mahomes. I get it. It's probably like betting against Brady during his heyday. But with that being said, I'm heavy on the Baltimore Ravens today. I bet them in the first half -3. I bet them full game -3.5. And then those were both my normal 0.7 units for football. I have a full unit. I put a full unit down on the Baltimore Ravens to win the Super Bowl at +185 with full intentions on hoping the Lions win and I get +200 the other way. And then enjoy the Super Bowl, make a couple bucks knowing that, and then bet maybe the total or something like that. So I am on the Ravens first half. I'm on the Ravens full game, and I'm on the Ravens to win the Super Bowl.
I think we could all admit Patrick Mahomes is the new Tom Brady, and the Chiefs are the new New England Patriots. I like Baltimore in this one. This is just a spot that I've been riding for a while. And when it comes to this one, it's I know I'm all over Baltimore. I think there's value in the play. I also really would like to see no Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl. That would be a perk to my bet winning. Well, that I will say that's not the main reason why I'm betting this. I think Baltimore's the better team by a lot. Plus, you just had Kansas City hard-fought game versus Buffalo, and Baltimore kind of just walked right through Houston. Not really any struggles with that game. I think Baltimore is the better side for this one.
Yeah, also one thing I want to mention, which is one thing that we really kind of dropped the ball with last week with that Chiefs-Bills game, is when you looked at the injury report for the Bills defense, they dressed 4 linebackers in that game. We made a huge mistake not realizing how banged up that Bills defense is. Well, guess what? This Ravens defense is as healthy as it gets right now. And I'm going to challenge Mahomes to be superhuman again and basically have to win the game by himself, because this Baltimore Ravens defense is significantly better than what you saw last week in Buffalo. And I think this is a Ravens defense that stopped a high-flying Houston Texans offense to 3 points. And I know the Texans scored 10 in that game, Their only touchdown was a punt return. So I think that they're able to slow down the Chiefs. If they if they gave me 21.5, I would be interested in the Chiefs team total under as well, which they're unfortunately not giving me because I'm seeing 20.5. So, which is annoying, but it's 20.5 minus 125 to the under. So I was hoping to see a 21 or a 21.5 for that team total, or a 22 for the team total for the Chiefs, but nope. So
Suns minus 1.5. I'm not on that. KC and Niners. I'm against both. Money lines. We're not agreeing today. Baltimore minus 6. Alternative line. I like it. Any college basketball you like? This slate's not fun. UAB's a system play. I'm smoking on that Lamar Jackson pack all day. Yeah, Baltimore's gonna win. Yeah, I like it. Correct. I'm not fading Pat. Pacers first half over. I could see that. Ravens about to choke. I don't think so. How many are giving Kansas City a chance here? The weather is a factor.
So many people are giving KC a chance because of Mahomes. Like, I've seen so many arguments for people with the Chiefs. It's like, how can you fade Mahomes? And that's the only reason that's like one of the only reasons why I've seen people on KC is how can you fade Mahomes? Simple. You take the better team. And it's crazy because I'll say this, and it's crazy. This season, we're betting the side with the better quarterback. This season, we keep forgetting Lamar Jackson's going to win the MVP this year.
Yep. So we're there. Weather going to be a factor. Okay. These are both cold weather teams.
And here's the thing, though. This only plays into Baltimore's hands.
Yeah.
Because the running game for Baltimore is significantly better than the running game for KC. And the run defense for Baltimore is elite. Good luck running against the Ravens today. We saw what happened last week when the Texans tried to do it.
Raining or snow, I don't know what the weather is. I don't think it matters. Both teams play in all the conditions. I'm not buying it. And most people aren't. That's fine. Taylor Swift is going to have Kelsey ready to go. You be warned. I'm so warned. KC first quarter. No, that's fair. There you go. Let's head to the second game, Nick.
Yeah, I'm not interested in the side of this game. I'm only interested in the total. Let's get into it here. We had the Detroit Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. We have the Niners minus 7. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see this go to a 7.5 because the line opened up at 7 minus 105. It has stayed at 7 the entire week. It actually did click to 7.5 for a split second today and went right back down to a 7. It's a 7 at minus 120. So we're seeing a juiced 7 in this one here. So maybe if you like Detroit, actually not. Yeah. Oh, I'm seeing 7.5 on Bovada now. Oh boy. Seeing 7.5. That's not very positive for people hoping the Lions will win today, I think, personally. Line opened up at a 51 this week, and then now it's up to a 51.5. It got up to a 52 in some spots. I got in at 52. 70% of the tickets, 71% of the cash on the over. The line has moved towards the over. And then we have 48% of the tickets and 58% of the cash on the Niners, and the line has moved towards San Fran in this game here. I think the 7.5 number, the more and more I'm looking at it, I think the 7.5 number says everything you need to know about this game. That I think seeing this, the Niners are going to run away with this game. At 7 and a hook, the Niners will run away with this game. And I think that's what this line is telling us. That being said, it's a 52 on Bovada, the total here. I'm moving on the over. I like points in this game. We saw last week with the Niners, after Debo went out, their offense struggled a lot, and they squeaked out of that game.
Debo is in today.
Debo is in today, and I think this is going to be a track meet. I see Detroit getting theirs because what do we see the 49ers struggle with is the type of running offense that the Detroit Lions have. So stylistically, the Lions offense, I think, puts up 20, 25, 28 points in this game. And the Niners, I think, will definitely contribute to that as well. I played the first half over 25.5 and the full game over 52. I think this market move tells us a little bit about that as well. And when we look at these offenses, this Detroit Lions defense, I think, could struggle in this game as well. With the weapons that the Niners have, I think last week they were rusty after that bye week. This week they come in prepared. I think this is a game that we see points. I'm on the first half over 25.5. I'm on the full game over 52.
I think Detroit wins this game outright. I don't care about the line movement because honestly, it hasn't mattered with Detroit Lion games all year what the line has said. Besides the one Seattle game where we saw the blowout. Other than that, most of the time the Lions didn't like the Lions, and they still have a 14-5 record right now. So this is a Lions team that I do not want to get in front of. And the Niners looked human. They've looked human the last couple weeks of the season. Lost to Baltimore. I mean, even the Washington game wasn't really all that giving confidence about them. And then a loss to the Rams. Yeah, I know they were sitting some players. And then a 3-point win at home as a 10.5-point favorite last week, or 9.5, whatever it was last week versus the Packers. The Lions are a lot better than the Packers. I think the Lions have a legit shot to win this game outright versus the Niners and win and make it to the Super Bowl. So I am on the Lions in this one. I think they have a legit chance at making it.
Yeah, I mean, for my Ravens Super Bowl bet, I am begging for the Lions to win this game, but seeing this line movement tells me everything I need to know. Now, if they were giving me a better number than 28.5 at minus 160, I would probably be looking a little bit at the Niners team total here because I see the Niners dropping 30 in this game. Let me see what my other book's offering me here. See if there's any value in a team total here with the Niners. 30 at minus 125 on my other book. No, thank you. Okay. I wanted to see if there was value on a Niner team total. There's not. So,
no. Yeah, but the Texans are a young team that had no expectations them to make the playoffs and to make the next round. Yeah, neither were the Packers, and they still almost beat the Niners. So, no, I'm not worried about that. Lions, yes. McCaffrey MVP. I think there's an argument for McCaffrey going up against Lamar, but KC will not be able to stop the run. I agree. Lions -2. So you're taking alternative spreads. I like it, dude. UConn -11. I lean Xavier. That's just me. Lions defense will hold. Gibbs for 2 touchdowns. I like it. The magical year of the Lions. Hard to fade. I agree. Lamar 2 touchdowns. McCaffrey 2 touchdowns. Lions -7 at plus 60,000. It's got 5 on it. I like it.
Okay.
Edwards 2 touchdowns. This game is going to come down to coaching. Give me the Lions. We know no one's a gambler after shitting on a team all season, yet betting on them to win it all. That's me. I mean, I've been shitting on the Lions all year. I have a ticket now for them to win the Super Bowl. And then all this love on the Giants. On the Lions. Shit's crazy. I mean, we've seen some love on San Fran, too. All right. So a lot of these NBA games are ugly, Nick.
Yeah, we'll get into them now. We do our due diligence, and there's only 5 of them.
And you still didn't type up the Suns game.
No, because I'm trying to get all my numbers done for the
NBA.
We have the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are 12.5-point road favorites in this game against the Detroit Pistons in this spot here with a total of 239 in this one. Let me quickly punch in the number. There we go. Now I have my number for the game. Cool. All right. Let's take a look at the line history here. Let me move over from NFL to NBA, where we have There it is. OKC and Detroit. This game begins at 2. So this is an afternoon game. Line opened up at a 12. It's up to a 12.5. Line opened up at a 238.5. Or no, my bad. Opened up at a 242. It's up to a 238.5 in this game. So a big line movement towards the under and a half-point line movement towards the Thunder. 13,400 tickets in. No cash flow on any of these games. We have only ticket numbers. That's annoying. 62% of the tickets are on the Thunder. The lines move towards the Thunder. 79% of the tickets are on the under. The lines move towards the under. So line movement towards the Thunder unders here in this one here. I had this game projected at 12.59. So I think this 12.5 number is pretty correct in this game here. And I have this game projected for 239.5. So I think that total is correct here in this one. I have no interest in this first game.
I have no interest in any of them besides one. I'm not touching the Detroit Pistons, especially they didn't get their winning streak. I'm happy I didn't bet that game. They ended up losing yesterday by 14.
Jeez.
Previous to that, the Pistons covered in 6 straight games. Interesting.
They're a good ATS team.
I think there's probably a little bit of value on Detroit. Am I wanting to go after it? No. Am I laying 12.5 points on the Thunder on the road? Absolutely not. Am I laying 12.5 points in general? Absolutely not. This is a lean towards Detroit, but I'm not touching this game.
Fair.
Over. I can see the over in this game. Bogdan draw. I'd be careful with player props in possible blowout games. That's just me. Let's head to this one, Nick.
Yeah, this one has, for me, projected value, but Memphis always does for whatever reason for me, because I don't think these numbers I use have Morant out part of it, which is annoying. But let's take a look at this here. And maybe you can shed some light. They may be a good covering team, and that's probably why their numbers are better than they may suggest.
Like 20 and 25, 2 games better than their record.
Yeah. The line opened up at a 10.5. It's down to a 9. So we've had a move towards the Memphis Grizzlies in this game. Line opened up at a 236. It's down to a 229. So we've had 7-point line movement towards this under in this game. 67% of tickets are on the Grizzlies. The lines move towards the Grizzlies. We have nothing on the total. So I don't really have many numbers to go off of here for this for the markets here in the NBA. I had this game projected at a 233, which is up towards the original number here in this spot. I would love to know why this number is dropping the way it is. And if we don't really have much of an explanation, I would like to go against this market move and grab the over in this game, with it being a 227 now. And I have this game projected in the low mid 230s. I'm seeing 227 in this game. 229.5 actually. So this line's bounced back up a little bit here in this one. Okay, not as much value, but still some value here on an over. So it looks like there's been some buyback on this over. Is there a reason why this line has dropped so much, the total, and is the over 229.5 worth a look here?
Halliburton's still out, but he hasn't played. He played 1 game and then got re-injured. And then Luke Kennard's not playing for the Grizzlies, but I really got nothing for injuries in this one. I kind of lean Memphis, although Indiana has won their last 2 games, so they're starting to look a little bit better since getting Pascal Siakam. The overs are starting to hit again, 2 straight overs for them, so it could be a look towards that. But I guess it's a lean towards Memphis, lean towards the over, but I'm not going to get involved in this one. I'll have something in the next game.
I'll give it a shot here. Over to 29.5, Memphis, Indiana. We'll move on that.
I think that you're starting to see a bunch of unders with Indiana, so they're going to start dropping the totals again, maybe start getting overs again.
Yep, I'm going to try that here. Memphis, Indiana, over to 29.5, minus 105.
Good luck to you. Both Detroit teams might pull it off. Just a hunch. How about a Detroit parlay? I think the city of Detroit would burn down. Any props? No, I don't bet player props. Yeah, but he plays a lot no matter what. All right, if you know it, then go ahead. I just don't bet player props, so that's just my looking at it. Indiana cover the spread. I don't know. I don't know if they do. Probably because Grizzlies be winning outright as 10-point dogs. They have been. They've won 3 in a row as a 6.5, 11.5, and 6-point dog. So they've been covering. I've been cashing money with them Grizzlies last 3 games. Kind of want to take the Grizzlies again, but I think the Pacers might win in a close match. Pacers face the Celtics next on Tuesday.
Okay.
There you go. Jackson might go nuts, maybe. What's up, Earle Bros? What's up, Jay? F player props, way too volatile. Yeah, I agree. Crazy, my friend hit a 3 8-leg props in NBA, all plus 1340, man. I don't know how he does it. Hey, it's a nice hit by him. All right, Nick, this is the one game I do like.
Yeah, we have the Orlando Magic and the Phoenix Suns. We have the Suns as road favorites here in this game, 1.5, total of 227.5. Let's get up the line history in this one here, where this line opened up with the Suns as 3.5-point favorites. It's down to a 1.5. So we've had a decent line movement here towards these Orlando Magic. Line opened up at a 231, down to a 227.5. So we've had a line movement here towards the under here as well. Taking a look at the cash flow here, 87% of the tickets are on the under. Lines moved in that direction. 89% of the cash is on the Suns, and yet the lines moved towards the Magic. So the markets are saying the Magic are the side. This line has dropped. I think you've lost value, but I would still lean under. My numbers have that game projected for a 222, but I've known that my Suns numbers, when it comes to totals, they always project way lower. And for whatever reason, I never win unders in Suns games, so I'm going to stay off of that. My projection for this game in general is that the Magic should be a half-point favorite in this game. So I lean slightly towards the Magic in this spot. I wish I could have gotten the Magic at maybe like a 2.5 or a 2, maybe getting some nice bigger plus money. But seeing the Magic at even money now, I just don't know if the value is there anymore. So I lean towards the Magic here in this spot. I think that they should be slight favorites. So at even money, there's value on them. But I don't know if it's enough for me to get involved in this game. So I'm going to stay off for this one here. For this one, yeah.
This is the one play I actually do like today. And it's the Orlando Magic. And it's more of I want to say it's a weird line type of deal, Nick. You got the Phoenix Suns, who I know they just lost their last game, but they're coming off of winning 7 games in a row. They look fantastic right now. 7-3 their last 10, or 7-1 their last 8. They look great. On the opposite side, you get Orlando, who is 1-4 their last 5, and even worse, 2-7 their last 9. So this is a team that is struggling right now, and it's a pick 'em. It just feels way too easy to go and to go and take the Suns today. I'm on the Magic. I'm on the Magic today. I got them at plus 110. That's my one NBA play that I like today, Nick.
There you go. Back to the chat, and then we'll head into the next game, which I think I have interest in the next game. My numbers really like a side in the next game.
Hold on 1 second.
I'm just punching in the numbers for the last one here. There we go. And it looks like there's value on the last 2 games. We'll see if I bet them.
Oh, I forgot to go back to the chat. Let's see this. Bruins smash. Yes, they did. They did yesterday. Why is the spread so close? Who is out for the Suns? I don't think anybody's out for the Suns. That was the big thing. Is I don't with no injuries, it kind of makes me that's what kind of pushed me towards the Suns, or sorry, towards the Magic. Bro Bradley Beal is questionable, but he's probably going to be fine. And Nurkic is questionable. No, I don't see a reason not to. Fading Booker tonight after his 60-point loser game. I can see that. Changing
Hear me out real quick on this one. Let me see what the number is. Really? What if I can give you Devin Booker under 30.5 points today?
Okay. I mean, I would kind of look that way. So that works. That works fine with me. It's 227. The total? What do we have the total at? 227.5. Gotcha. Love the over. IUPUI college basketball is on the kickoff. Let's check that one real quick because I would be down to bet IUPUI to start the day.
I wouldn't.
No, there's value on Wright State.
Yes, there's been value fading IUPUI all season long.
Should we fade IUPUI as a starting as a little bit of a early game to sweat out today?
No, I think there's plenty of good early action that you don't need to bet IUPUI and Wright State at noon.
Oh, you're no fun.
Especially when our college basketball play starts at 1, so we're fine.
All right, let's head to this game, Nick.
I have interest in this one here, and I would love to fade a team in this spot. We have the Atlanta Hawks and the Toronto Raptors. We have the Hawks as 6-point favorites in this game, total of 242.5 in this game. Taking a look at the line history, line opened up at a 6. It's up to a 6.5, so the lines move slightly towards the Hawks, actually, which is really confusing. Line opened up at a 234. It's up to a 242.5. Jeez, these line movements are ridiculous. It's gone up 8.5 points, the total here in this one. 81% of the tickets are on the Hawks. Lines moved a half point towards them. I have nothing on the total here in this spot in this game. My number for this game is Atlanta around a 1.5. They should not be 6-point favorites here at home. And as for the total, I have this game projected around 240. So I think that line's pretty close to right in that one here. I think there's value on the Raptors in this game at the +6. And we know how good the Atlanta Hawks are at covering numbers, which is not very good at all. Because
I believe worse in the league.
They're 3-7 ATS in their last 10 games, and that's probably a flattering there. They're 11-34 ATS all season long. They've lost 4 games in a row. They haven't covered in any of them. I mean, I would like to take a shot with the Raptors here. Now, granted, the Raptors have been bad as well. These are two teams that are very untrustworthy at the moment. The Raptors have also lost 4 in a row and haven't covered in any of them. So we're asking two teams who don't cover. We're asking one of them to cover, and I think I would trust the dog in this spot here. And I'm going to take a shot here. I'm going to take the Raptors at +6 at -105 and +195 on the money line here.
I mean, I could always you could always talk me onto the Raptors, or not onto the Raptors. Sorry, against the Hawks, a team that's 4-17 against the spread at home this year. I just didn't feel like I needed to. I wanted to get to one play in the NBA because I wanted today to be an NFL day, and my top play was the Magic. So I chose not to bet this one. This one's my number 2. It would be a lean towards Toronto in this one, but I'm going to be staying off of this one.
Sounds good.
Wright State first half -8.5 and the under. Good luck to you. Please tell me the Lions win today. Turnsey, the Lions are going to the Super Bowl.
Don't get his hopes
The
up.
The Lions are going to win today.
Don't get his hopes up.
Toronto money line. Yes, sure. Atlanta, no. Under. Okay. Bacon. I was not part of the poll. Zach Edey over 20.5 points. I kind of like that. Let's head to the final game, Nick.
Yeah, and there's value on a side in this game as well. Let's take a look here. The line opened up at a 7. It's down to a 6.5. So the lines move towards them here in this one, towards the Blazers. In this game, line opened up at 219.5. It's down to a 219. I swear there's always line value on the Blazers, according to my numbers. 89% of the tickets are on the Bulls, and yet the line's gone towards the Blazers. 91% of the tickets are on the over in this game as well. My projected number for this game was a 3. So seeing this game at a 6.5, 7 range, I can get 7 in this spot here. I'm going to move on the Blazers. I'm going to be on both these later dogs. I mean, the Bulls shouldn't be laying 7 here in this spot. It should be more like a 3. I'll grab the Blazers here in this spot at +7 and +225.
It would be Blazers or nothing, because I'm not laying 7 points on the road with the Bulls for sure. This Blazers team has looked kind of nice as of late. Well, they did for a little bit. Oh no, sorry, they've been covering. Yes, 5 out of the last 7 games they've covered. The only games they didn't were as an 11.5 point dog against the Lakers, and they lost as a 5-point dog at San Antonio. So it'd be a lean towards the Blazers. But once again, I wanted to keep my cards short because I've been noticing this with the NBA more lately, Nick. I've been pulling back because I could have easily gone today and went, all right, I'm betting Detroit, I'm betting the over in Pacer game, give me Toronto, give me Portland, give me Orlando, and I bet all 5 games. I could have easily done that. But I noticed when I did that, I wasn't doing as well. I've been pulling back a little bit, and over the last little while, I'm going to pull up what my NBA has done. I've won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NBA plays in a row. And 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm 12-1 in my last 13 NBA plays.
Wow.
So, and that's all just me kind of just pulling back and not betting every single game. So, I've been a little bit more reserved, and it's worked out nice for me. Hopefully, we can continue the hot streak in the NBA. I'm passing on this game. Orlando is going to be my only play in the NBA.
Sure.
Over on this one. I could see the over in the Portland game. Canisius.
The Golden Griffins.
We have that game at a -4.5 roughly for Canisius. So it's lean that way. I will tell you, the only 2 plays in college basketball today, one of them is a system play, and it's UAB at home. The other one is Purdue. That's all we got for today in college basketball. Rutgers. Nope, I'm against you. I'm on Purdue. That is all the games for today. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share. That's what we needed. Part of the new background, Nick, is the logos for the social medias and the membership thing as well. Those 2 have to stay on the thing. So for the next time, but $5.99 a month, 16 cents a day. That's where you get all of the plays that are up on the site. Recap for today. I got the important stuff. Baltimore, I got the Lions, and I got the Magic today. Nick?
Yeah, Blues +140 in the NHL. Baltimore first half -3, full game -3.5, and play the Super Bowl as well. +185 is what I got with them there. Detroit San Fran first half over 25.5, full game over 52. And then in the NBA, a little bit too much action. Memphis and Indiana over 229.5. Toronto Raptors +6 and +195. Portland Trailblazers +7 and +225.
There you go. New background looks clean. Appreciate it, Cameron. Nick made it, so there you go. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow with another one. And as always, let's go Sabres.